Hey, how you doing? It's Paul Connolly here and we're live and kicking. Hope everyone is doing well on a Saturday. Beautiful day here in the UK. What's it about? Just gone 6:30 in the evening, and the Connolly household have had, a splendid day. Day at home in the garden. Things are getting a bit better. Lockdown's relaxing slightly. Can start to link up with people, which is amazing. But yeah, still being cautious. But yeah, hope you're all doing good wherever you are in the world. And for those who've joined our page, welcome to you. Obviously, I'm Paul Connolly, married to Louisa Connolly. We're both network marketers. We're both working really hard building a home-based business, leveraging social media, and helping people achieve their goals through learning skill sets and strategies to make a success of their home-based business. And I wanted to come on today to share something which I believe is critical in making the difference to your home-based business. Whether you're in network marketing, affiliate marketing, traditional business, if you're working, connecting with people, having those conversations, what I'm going to be discussing with you will make the difference whether you're going to have success or continue to be frustrated in your business. And that is handling and overcoming objections. Okay. When it comes to having those conversations with your prospects, customers, whichever sort of industry business that you're in, you will face objections. That does happen. You can't get away from it, okay? It's how humans operate. We all do it. We put up what we perceive to be logical objections to hold us back from sort of connecting with our emotional dreams and where we want to get through in life, where we want to be in life. We will put up these barriers, and the problem with many people out there, especially network marketers who are working the online space, having these conversations, they just don't know how to deal with these objections. And this is from experience. This is something a year or so ago. Objections, something very daunting. For many, as soon as we encounter them, we automatically, maybe, this might resonate with some people, we back off and, in many ways, it gives us a lot of anxiety about having those conversations with people, whether that's through, traditional phone calls, messenger, we're anticipating those objections, and those objections will come, but we should see them as something more positive rather than a negative. And it shouldn't be that we, throw in the towel straight away from getting that objection, or and missing out on a good prospect, a good business partner, a good opportunity. And in fact, in many cases, by not dealing with these objections and letting them overwhelm us, and backing off and missing out, we're frankly leaving money on the table. And yeah, guys, that's not good in business. We don't want to be leaving money on the table because we don't know how to handle these objections and how to overcome them. So I'm going to share with you some information around what I've learned so far, to share that with other people out there, to give you a bit of insight into how you start to develop a skill set to handle and overcome those objections, because it is a skill set. It's something you can have, but you need to learn it, you need to develop it, and you need to practice it. And I strongly believe anyone can do this. It doesn't have to be some natural innate ability. It's something you can learn, but it is a skill set, and it's something you need to respect and dedicate a little bit of time to learning, and then start implementing it. So this is what we have to do. If you are in MLM, network marketing, and you want to get to those 6-7 figures in your business, this is a skill set you need to develop, and you need to master how to overcome objections, because this is what's going to stop you leaving money on the table, and it's going to help you move forward those conversations. And it's it's part of the bread and butter of business. You are going to face these objections, so you need to have the strategies and skill sets to overcome them. And when you've got this skill set and that level of confidence in how to deal with them, you actually look at objections as a positive, because if you know how to overcome them and you can identify them early on, and you have the confidence and the skill set to overcome, then there doesn't have to be anything negative about them. If anything, it can spur you on and help you as a way of converting and getting customers or recruiting new people into your business. So, how do we achieve this? Well, it's important to really understand, why. It's that important word you hear a lot. We don't, connect enough with people's why. Why is your prospect? Why is your prospect is truly objecting to making this financial decision? Okay, to better their business and future. And we need to remember, we need to simply turn those no's into yeses. That's what it's about, because people will default to the no. They will default to the objection that's going to hold them back. And we need to turn those no's into yeses. Yeah, that's a key part of our business. If we're going to try and leverage social media to drive our business forward, we need to have that skill set. So by knowing the most common objections, then being able to break it down and understand the psychology, because we're dealing with a psychology here. It's about how human process and how they operate. Okay, some of my previous lives I've been talking around that, in terms of the customer avatar and buying triggers, is that innate human psychology around that thought processing. We need to understand people, and we need to understand how they tick. That's a real critical part of overcoming objections and handling them. Okay, now this is really powerful stuff, guys. It's really powerful, and if you know it and you learn it and you start implementing it, you will see significant changes in your business and growth. Yeah, and Louise and I are doing exactly this, and we're making huge strides to where we once were, where we were finding these things very, very difficult, but now it's very much a positive, because if you've got that skill set, you can move conversations forward and ultimately work towards closing the sale, which is something I will come on again in the next few days and do a live around, because that's another separate topic which is critically important, as we've been talking about the buying triggers, overcoming objections, and the final piece of the puzzle will be closing, but we'll talk about that in another day or two. Okay, so I'm going to share with you some golden nuggets. Okay, these are golden nuggets on how to handle, I suppose, probably one of the most common of objections, because primarily, there's lots of different ones, but primarily a lot of objections are to do with money. Okay, and I'm sure you can connect with that. A lot of your conversations, that's one of the main primary things that can hold people back, in terms of achieving their goals and achieving their desires in business, is the big one, guys. Yeah, the money objection. And I'm going to sort of go into this one, but there are many other objections as well. This is one of, I say, 7 objections, key objections that we need to overcome. And if you want to know more about this and more detail around our tribe and community who are using these strategies and have developed these skill sets, drop us a comment, #more info, and I'll be happy to get you connected and invite you into that community so you can learn more about this. But I'm going to share with you around a bit of information around the money objection. Okay, as I said, primarily a lot of the time objections are about that money, about that transfer of money. So our goal is to understand their view on money. Yeah, we need to really connect, and it goes back into that psychology. We really need to understand your prospects, your customers' view on money, and why why they may be letting that hold them back to investing in themselves and in their business. Because guys, it's not about the products, as I say to you. It's about us helping people and about them identifying their goals and helping come up with a plan and strategy to achieve those goals. And within that process is going to be objections. We need to identify those and help them to move things forward, and give people the confidence to invest in themselves and achieve what their innate what they want to achieve in life, basically. That people have these goals, but they will let things hold them back. So the money objection. You are going to hear obviously such responses such as, I can't afford it, it's too much money, I need to go find the money, access the money first and come back to you. We hear these time and time again, okay? So this is something I work with, which is really, really important, okay? You need to, it might sound really, really harsh, okay, but it's important to understand, and there's so much truth in this, and it really helps you to understand when you're managing objections, okay? Buyers are liars. I'm putting it out there, okay? And it is true, okay? You will never, that first conversation we have with people, and a lot of time that initial objection won't be the true objection that's holding them back. People will, will lie, that they haven't got the money. And so you need to make sure you keep an open mind and actually really dig deep and find out what that true objection is and what's holding them back. Because actually, it's not always about money, okay? It could be something else. It could be about, time as a factor. Or it actually could be that somebody else, is impacted by this, that they need help to address. Maybe they're not the decision maker in this process entirely, so you may need to involve someone else and consultation with someone else to help move things forward. So you need to put your prospects in a position where they can fight for their goals, okay, and fight for their dreams. Yeah, you need to, as I say, hone in on that, what they're looking to achieve, what are their goals, okay? And, there are some super key questions that you can ask your prospects when handling this type of objection, when handling, overcoming the objection of money. So it's really important to ask, it's a very key question, and, by all means, write this down, note it down, by all means, watch this on replay. But you need to say, aside from the money, is there any other reason why you couldn't do this? Yeah. So again, when you're dealing with an objection, you need to hone in on what the objection is, if it is the money objection, and then you need to identify it, drill down on it, and then you need to establish if there's any other objections before you can then go on to deal with what the key primary objection is. So yeah, aside from the money, is there any other reason why you wouldn't do this? Yeah, because there may be other things. Actually, there might be things that, as I said to you, buyers can be liars. That first thing they put up isn't the actual true objection. So you need to rule out what other things are, and really dig deep and understand what's making them tick and where their pains and concerns may be, and how you can serve and support them with that. Because we do need to isolate the objection, and that's why we ask the question. Isolate the objection, and it's your goal to work. The other question you can ask is then, is it your goal to work with me and have mentorship you need to, then you can link this to their outcome, what they're looking to achieve. Because remember, you need to focus on what are their outcomes and their goals. Yeah, it's not about your business and your products. Again, I've said this before. It's all about understanding their outcomes and goals and how you can come up with a plan and strategy to achieve that. Okay, and a part of that will be to overcome some objections, whatever that may be. And as I say, there's many other objections as well. If you connect into our community and you want to know more about those and the skill sets around developing and overcoming these, then obviously, drop us a hashtag more info, and I will send you a link to get you into that private community. We need to remember, what do they want to achieve specifically? We really need to hone in on that, what it is. Again, do they want to put their son, daughter through university? That's why they're doing this business. This is why they've set these financial goals. Maybe they want to, help retire their partner early, or maybe, they want to save up for something. Maybe there's this dream trip and holiday that they've always wanted to experience, and this is what they're working towards. Again, you need to always go back to what their goal, what their desires are, and helping that, and leveraging that to overcoming the objection if it is a money objection. Okay, and it's that cost equation. Okay, from making them understand, if they continue to stay where they are, what's going to happen, to making that step, making that investment, what that's going to allow them to achieve, and where they could be in the next six months, a year's time. And it's about that cost equation, and you really need to hone in on that and magnify that to help them really understand it, because some people just don't. They need that help. People are looking for help. They're looking for support. Until someone has that direct conversation with people and spells this out to them and magnifies it, puts it all under a microscope and presents it to them, some people don't always necessarily see it straight off. Okay, we know it's very human behavior in us. I think quite often we're very good at blocking things and just and ignoring things until it's pointed out by someone else, because it's about your mentorship. This is about mentorship and how you're going to help them achieve this. Mentorship, key part of what we should be doing when we're connecting with people and working online. So also you need to be asking, thirdly, what are your concerns about getting started? Again, to bring up, again, to identify if there's anything else that's going on in the background, because it may not be about money. It might not be solely about money. There may be other concerns. As I say, it might be a time factor. It might be just confidence, and not worrying about their ability, questioning their ability. And again, for our mentorship and coaching, that can be addressed, but it's important to understand what those concerns are. So when we come up with a strategy and plan, we're speaking to those concerns and we're dealing with them, rather than just sending something very generic and blasé. Because if it doesn't connect with their needs and help them to address their pains, then people just can switch off. People just switch off. Remember though, like the money objection is typically a concern. It's a concern in itself. So don't disrespect that. That might be it. And again, we can support that through resourcefulness and how we can, help them think of ways, because people don't always think about it, but there are many resourceful strategies in terms of helping people to overcome the money objection. And it's about helping them to understand that that's going to help, that investment's going to be a vehicle to help them move forward in their desires and beliefs to achieve what they want to in life. Okay. And remember that cost equation, so important. So you need to master this skill set. It's very much a skill set, what I'm sharing with you. Okay, it's something you need to work on and develop, and it's something that myself and Louisa have been immensely focused in on doing. And if you once you get this going, it's very, very powerful, and we should use it ethically as well. It's really, really important. Helping, because we're in the business of helping people achieve their goals, and we want to support them in the right way. So it's important to use this skill set very ethically in terms of business and what we're doing. So, I think that's pretty much it, I think, in terms of what I wanted to share. It's to give you a bit of a flavour around how you handle and overcome objections. And I wanted to focus on one of the primary ones, which is the money objection. But as I say, there's 7 other key objections, or 7 key ones altogether, which are critical to understand, and how you can strategize to overcome those objections through using these systems that myself and Louisa are implementing in our business online. So hope you found that useful. By all means, drop us a comment. We'd love to hear from you, what you thought of that. Any questions, again, feel free to direct message myself, Louisa, and we're happy to come back to you on that. But as I say, I'll reach out to you now if you feel that you're having a lot of anxiety, lacking confidence in how you manage and handle objections, and importantly, how to overcome them in your business. If you're a network marketer and you feel that this is really, really holding you back to get to that next rank, that next financial goal, you are very keen to, and as I say, this is for people who want to learn, and for people who want to take the time out to develop this skill set. Okay, it's something that you're not going to just achieve, you know, just reading the page. It's about studying it, but you know, through implementation over a number of weeks, you can see big changes and big results in terms of those conversations you're having online, and moving those conversations forward, and not seeing objections as a negative and anything a positive. Because when you've got this skill set, you're ready for the objection, and you want it because you've got the confidence and the ability to manage whatever objections thrown at you. And often it will be more than one. You know, the initial one will come. As I say, buyers are liars. It won't always be the true objection. So it's getting past that and actually getting to the heart of what the main objection is. But once you overcome that, you know, the conversions are there, and it's about, people will respect you for it as well, because they will see that confidence and that ability in terms of how you, it's not about being salesy, it's about how you can give mentorship and support them, coach them through these objections, and give them a plan and a strategy to where they want to be. And if you can do that, people will connect with you and will believe in you, and they will trust you. And when you've got trust, that is massive. That's massive. Okay, so overcoming objections is a big vehicle towards building that trust. Okay, anyway, that's me done. I hope you found it useful. But yeah, drop us a hashtag, more info, and I'll be happy to connect you into our tribe, our community, where you can learn more about these strategies and how we're developing these skill sets. All right, well, take care of yourselves, enjoy the rest of your weekend and what's left of a Saturday. I hope the weather's good where you are, because it's been glorious here. And yeah, all I say is rise up, be the best version of yourself, and I'll see you on the other side. Take care. Speak soon.